What is up, that's Andre here, bringing you something a bit different on my channel. Today we're going to look at Fantasy Premier League. A lot of you guys probably play this game and I'm very, very addicted to it this year myself. I put a lot more effort into it this year than I did last year, and I just really, really enjoy this sort of thing basically. So I'm hoping to do one video about this a week. I'm going to review the previous week and then preview the upcoming week, and I'm going to look at my transfer and who I'm going to put captain, etc., and look at my points and my rankings, etc. Let me know if you want me to continue doing this, because if you want to, then I'll do one every week as I've said, but if not, then I'll just drop this sort of thing. But I quite like it myself, and it would be fun to make a video like this every week. And also, if you want me to continue this, then let me know if there's anything you want me to add, if you want me to look at some players or something like that. I might pick one of 2 or 3 players every week that I think might do well for the upcoming game week, and I might find a way to connect it to FIFA, maybe do a squad build around one certain player based on something like that. I don't know yet. This is at these early stages, and yeah, it's basically it depends whether you want me to continue this or not. So we're going to start off with the preview and look at the dream team from the last week, scoring 119 points, and the top player was David Silva, scoring 17 points after Man City trashed Newcastle 5-0. But if you look at the ownership of all these players, they've all got pretty low ownership. It's only Silva who is quite heavily owned in the top 10k. I think it's like 50% has got him in the top 10k. But he's only owned by 18%. It was at least around 18% before this week, but he's gone up now obviously a bit. But he's quite heavily owned in the top 10k. I didn't have him myself, but I still managed to climb the rankings this week. But all the other players are pretty low ownership on them. I don't think anyone has got Dzeko, at least not anyone who take this game serious. And the other players are someone might have me or Rose. Rose is probably the second player who's most owned, but I don't think any of the other players are heavily owned. But that was how the dream team did. I managed to get 63 points myself, and finally I managed to pick the right captain. I went with Aguero, and he was the second best option, but Cazorla was never in my mind when choosing captain before this week. It was all about Hazard and Aguero, and Hazard wouldn't have been a bad captain either, but Aguero got me 2 more points, so I'm happy with that. I've picked the wrong captain every week now for the last 5 or 6 weeks, and it's been pretty annoying, to be fair. Also, PVA got dropped and he came on for a camo, so he got me 1 point there, which was a bit unfortunate. So I should have probably played Norton, but looking at it hindsight, it's quite easy to say that. Before this week, I never even considered playing Norton over PVA, so yeah, Boyd as well, he got me 1 point because he got a yellow card, so he wouldn't have been a good replacement. Bertrand is now back finally. He was suspended. I've kept him through his suspension, and he's now back, so I've finally got a double Southampton defence again. I also could have played Foster, by the way, because they got the same score. They both got 6 points. But that was the review. Now let's move on to the preview. It's time to move on and look to the next week. So this is how my team is looking at the moment. I've chosen to save my transfer. I could use it to put PVA out, because he was dropped last week, but I'm reading through rumours now that he might start, so I'm going to keep him, and that is because I want to do 3 transfers next week for the upcoming double game week. So I don't want to take a -8 points, so I just want to take that -4, so that is why I'm saving my transfer this week. I've gone for Aguero captain at the moment. I'm not settled on this yet. It's between Aguero, Sanchez and Cazorla for me, and possibly Di Maria as well, but I wasn't convinced after watching Arsenal against Monaco. That really, really put me down. So at the moment it's on Aguero. Liverpool played extra time and penalties, so they might be a bit knackered after that game, so that could help Aguero. So at the moment I'm currently on Aguero, and I might stick with him. It's actually between Cazorla, Sanchez and Di Maria, but I can't really see the appeal for any of them at the moment, especially not after that Monaco performance. So Aguero is at the moment. Obviously Chelsea and Tottenham has got the League Cup final, so they're all on my bench. Luckily, I only had 3 players, so I can bench all of them this game week. So it's looking pretty alright for this game week. Obviously, I'm going to have to rely on Boyd against Swansea at home. So I fancy him to get an assist or a goal there. It's not the toughest game, but I've also got Norton as well. So it's I kind of want a clean sheet, but I want a goal as well. So it's one of those. And I'm going with Foster at home to Southampton instead of Pantilimon away to United. I quite fancy Pantilimon as well, because I can basically play Pantilimon against anyone, because I played Foster a few weeks ago where he was the obvious pick over the two, and Paterno's still got more points because of his save points, and that's a bit annoying. But I'm going with Fonte now and Bertrand at the back. Hopefully they can keep a clean sheet against West Bromwich, and hopefully Bertrand can get some attacking points as well. We're going with Defoe at United away. Don't really see him getting much there, to be fair, but I think I'm going to sell him next week for Austin, who's got the double game week. I'm not decided on that yet, seeing as Defoe has got Hull at home, so I might keep depending on how he looks this weekend. But Austin has obviously got that double game week, but he plays for QPR though, who's not the greatest team, but we'll get back to that next week at least. So this is how the team is looking. It's not the best team going into this weekend, obviously, but there is some tricky games this week. You know, you got Liverpool against Man City, and you got Arsenal against Everton. So there's a few tricky games this week, and obviously with the blank as well. So there's no standout option for the captaincy, but I'm going with Aguero. He is Aguero. He's one of the best strikers in the world. He scored against Barcelona, so why can he not score at Liverpool? So I might just stick with Aguero. He looks like the best option at the moment. And I forgot to mention my rank, and that is at the moment it's 35,000. Finally, a green arrow. I've had red arrows for like 10 weeks now. Not 10 weeks. That was a bit too much, but like 5-6 weeks now. It was down to 40k a week ago, and now we've gone up to 35k. So that is nice. I was a 7k though a few weeks ago, which is a bit shit that I've gone all the way down again. But hopefully we can climb our way up again and get down to get into the top 10k. But that is going to be the end of this video. As I've said at the start, if you want me to continue this, then let me know. And if there's anything you want me to add to this series, then let me know as well. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed this first video. If you have, then be sure to leave it a like. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.